I recently traveled a couple times and stayed in Airbnbs. When you're there, you have an empty kitchen, except for maybe some pots and pans. What's nice is that you do have those pots and pans, but you don't have your usual spices and staples and things that you might keep in your cupboard. So here is a couple ideas for how to make a meal if you have to like run to the grocery store, don't want to spend a ton of money, and don't want to throw out leftovers if you're only staying in a place for a couple days. The thing I like to look for is a legume or a bean. I'm really big on lentils because lentils are delicious. Chickpeas are also good. Any kind of beans are good. The nice thing about lentils is you don't have to soak them beforehand. So if you want a meal in like an hour, then we're going to put some stuff in those lentils. An onion is always really good. You can usually buy them by themselves. And then I'm going to head over to the frozen vegetable sections to get some greens like some spinach or peas. Totally depends on what's available at the grocery store. And then the kicker, you're going to need some spice. Look for the spice mix. Now you could look for a spice mix packet like taco seasoning and stuff like that. I usually look for is like a curry powder. It's a good blend of spices that I generally use, and you can get like spicy stuff or you can get not spicy stuff. These are actually 2 curry powders that I bought while I was traveling. What's nice is when you're done with it, it's usually small, so you could like pack it back in your bag, and a lot of the times there is some oil there, which is really nice. If there's no oil, you can just do this with water. So you're gonna turn on a pan. Gonna put a little oil in the pan. Yeah, tasty style. Throw your onion in there while it's hot. Woo! Hopefully you've got a spatula, and this is when you would throw your spice in. If you don't have oil, you would do this with just water at this point. Ideally you've got a colander so you can rinse the lentils. It's always good to rinse beans before you use them. Add the lentils. And you're gonna need a bunch of water for that. And just let that simmer. And if you want, you can then add like a veggie thing. So here's just a brick of spinach that I got. I'm going to add that after the lentils have cooked a bit. So obviously if you're traveling and you want to spend a bunch of money, you can obviously go to restaurants. But if you are trying to be a little more frugal, this whole pot here, the lentils, the onion, and the spinach, it's like $5. And that was I just bought that in New York City, so it might be even a little cheaper elsewhere. So this is probably good for at least 2 meals. If you want some rice, a couple more bucks on that. And then the spice itself, this Jamaican curry spice that I got was $2.79 where I bought it. So you're getting like the single-digit dollars per meal, which is really nice. And you get something that's healthy and is going to hold you off. Another thing that might be really good is if you're able to get a lemon, squeeze a lemon in there for your acid. Ooh. Or if the place has balsamic, you could throw a little balsamic in there. Yeah, so I know that there's a lot of contention around Airbnb stuff because of a lot of evidence that shows that Airbnb does things like raises property values in areas and ends up making it more expensive for people who live there to live there. I in no way have a lot of data on this. This is just stuff that I've heard, but I don't know all the ins and outs of the pros and cons. So if you know more about that, and even cooler if you know how it sort of like intersects with veganism, and you could leave a comment about that and get like a discussion rolling, because that would be cool. I in no way want to endorse anything with this. This is how I do it when I do it. I'll see you next week.